let us understand how middleware works in Express.js. In Express.js, middleware is very important concept to learn as a backend developer. So first we have to install the Express.js. You can simply download the Express.js. So to use middleware in JavaScript, we can simply write in Express code. So first we have to write const express and we require the express. We require the express and we again app variable we write express. So now express all power is available on app. So now we simply make a code with 3000 console dot log console.log app is running on 3000. So now we simply go and write a simple basic route. Then get and write a slash route and writing an arrow function request response and response dot send. We send hello world. We simply off the up server previous and we clear the servers running in the backend. So we write npx nodemon to run a server and middleware dot g the file name. Okay, so now server is running and you can simply go the browser. You can simply go the browser and search localhost 3000 port and we can simply see that hello world. So now how can we use the middleware? So to understand middleware, it is a something like where the server goes and when we request or we send back the um, answer or data to front end. Do in that process while sending the data in front end, we can do something in the process while sending the data. Okay? So to understand your concept, so let me make you a simple diagram. So let's say this is your server or say this is your front end. Okay, and this is your backend. This is your backend and this is your front end. Okay, so he requests something and the server give a response. So this is a simple structure of middleware. So when so when app when app send a request to to server, when app send a request to a server, then app then the server send a request. Sorry, server send a response to front end to app. Okay, so when the data when the data okay, so this is the data. Okay, let's see let's let's say this is the data. This is data. This data go through the app, then we can perform some tasks. We perform some tasks like we can sign up or log in the uh, users data, also user when um, the user using the app, and they can simply ask some question regarding the application. So this is a middleware. Okay, so when data goes to the app, then we can perform some tasks. So these all are tasks. These all are what? So this is a middleware. This is a middleware. Here are some codes. Here are some codes. It can perform some tasks when the data goes from server to app. So this is a theory code. How can we code it? Let's erase this dots now. How can we use middleware? So we can simply write app dot use. Get is for the send a data from server to application, and to perform some task when the data goes server to front end, then we can write app dot use, and we write here request comma response dot comma next, and it takes three parameters. So middleware takes three parameters, where when we create routes it takes only two parameters. But why middleware takes three uh, parameters? um, let's understand. Okay, so first we can perform some task like two number of sum. Okay, so we can write simply function, and in function here is the function name add num, and in the function name we can take two arguments, and we write curly braces. In that curly braces we can let a plus b, say um, a and s, and answer a plus b, and we can console dot log ans, okay, and ans, and we return. So from here we didn't have to execute the code. So now let output equals to add to num, let's say 3 comma 5, and we can console dot log sum of two num, numbers are sum of two numbers are what? Output, and we have to write next. So why we put next? We put next to go the other code. So if we doesn't write this code, if we doesn't write this code, then this code is execute only here. Then this line of code wouldn't execute. Only this code would execute. Okay. So it is important to write next to move on next code, because we have to send a data to user, and if we stop the code while in the processing, we use a middleware, we perform some tasks, but data isn't received, or say uh, didn't deliver to user, then what is the use of middleware? Main goal is to deliver the data. So uh, we have right deliver, or say to go to the next move. So next do what? So next forward the process to next code. Okay, that is the simple use cases. So I have to write, I can simply erase it, and now this is called a global use of middleware. So why it is global? Because when we make any routes, like when we make a route like YouTube or say profile slash feed, then this code will execute when this profile changes, when the route changes. It is attached now. It is attached now in every route. So if we want to perform only a particular route, then we can go okay slash profile slash feed. If we want to perform our task only slash profile slash feed, then we have to write this code. Okay? So we have again perform request, comma response, comma next. We have to perform three arguments, and this is an arrow function. And then you can simply copy paste this code. And here is the comma is necessary. So now here we have used dot use, but now here we use dot get. Why? Uh, you have to think logically. Okay, so we have only used for slash feed slash profile, sorry, slash profile slash feed for a particular what particular route, but this code is used for all over the globe, or say for whole application. This is only used for particular route, so we didn't use dot use, we use dot get. Okay, so simple and short. If we want to use the middleware for whole website, when every route is changed, we can use dot use. And if we want to give a middleware for a particular route, then we can write a route name, and we have to write this code. And next is important. We have, after the completion of code, then we have to write next. So now this is the simple use cases of, or say how can we write a code and how middleware use in our application. So this is our app. Okay, so this is our app, and this is our server, app server. When app send a request to server, then server responds to the app. Okay, so this is a data. So this is the data which front end app, front end request to server, and server give a data, server give a response. While it is on the process, then we can do some changes, in the data, and we have to write next to surpass this data. If we don't write next, then this data is in this position. If we write next, the data in this position, the data is delivered to user.